Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. Thank you all for joining me. I want to read an article to you guys, but I'm going to read the entire article because this information that I have read, I never heard of it, but it's, in my opinion, very disturbing. And it's in reference to Kamala Harris, some type of a plan that she has or supports that would basically import more diversity migrants to American towns all over this country. So let's get right into this article and see exactly what it is talking about. And is it going to benefit Americans, native-born Americans? Well, we're going to find that out. Let's get right into this. A plan championed by Vice President Kamala Harris on the presidential campaign trail would import more migrants to American cities and towns through the diversity visa lottery. Some of you may have heard of that, some of you may not. I've never heard of it, but let's assume that this is true, okay? And I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of factual data to this. I don't believe it's a lie. An immigration program infamous for bringing listen to this, for bringing a convicted Islamic State terrorist to the United States. And this terrorist was from the terrorist group ISIS. Some of you may be familiar with that. Yeah, see, a lot of people don't see how soon we forget history, right? A lot of people don't forgot about ISIS. Now it's about the Venezuela gangs and this, that, and the other. And they fail to forget ISIS, which was supposed to be one of the most brutal, radical Islamic groups in the world. And let me say something before I go any further. Anyone that's watching this that may be Muslim, this is not an attack against Islam, okay? This is talking about radical forms of Islam, okay? Not moderate Islam, okay? So let's keep. I want to keep this so that nobody won't be triggered or upset. This is not an attack against your religion. We're talking about radical Islam here, okay? Now, the article goes on. Last week, in an exclusive sit-down interview on Fox News Channel's special report, Harris praised the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021. As Breitbart News reported, that legislation includes a broad amnesty for most of the nation's 11 to 22 million illegal aliens and would ensure they are fast-tracked into naturalized American citizenship. Another key component of the legislation, though, is an expansion of the widely unpopular diversity visa lottery. In 2018, about 3 in 5 likely voters said they wanted to see the diversity visa lottery ended. Created by the Immigration Act of 1990, so this is old. First introduced by then Senator Ted Kennedy and signed into law by then President George H.W. Bush, who was basically a socialist posing as a conservative. And a lot of the conservatives and Republicans voters fell for it. The diversity visa lottery randomly gives out about 55,000 visas every year to foreign nationals from a multitude of countries. Now listen to this. Including those facing widespread terrorism, such as Afghanistan, Algeria, Egypt, Iraq, Lebanon, Libya, Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, Somalia, Syria, Venezuela, and Venezuelan. Wow. The Harris-backed Citizenship Act of 2021, this is Harris, okay? This is the people, policies is what matters, but people don't care about that right now, right? People, she's black and she's a female and go Kamala, white males for Kamala and brothers for Kamala, okay? Go ahead with your bad self. But anyway, let's start this over. The Harris-backed Citizenship Act of 2021 would increase the number of diversity visas rewarded annually through the random lottery system by about 25,000 visas. Such a huge increase would ensure that nearly 1 million legal immigrants arrive in the United States every decade for no other reason than adding so-called, quote, diversity to American communities. So it's all about in the name of diversity. Never mind what could possibly happen. Don't worry about the possibilities of extremist terrorists. Forget about all of that. It's all about being diversified, because that is the number one thing we need to push. We need to push diversity in this world. God dog it, America, what's wrong with you guys? You don't want to be diverse enough. Jesus Christ. As part of the legislation, Recipients of the diversity visa lottery would only have to live in the United States for 3 years on their green cards before they can apply for naturalized American citizenship, cutting the current wait time for naturalization by 2 years. See, so this is all about undermining things and making it easier for them. Already, the nation's foreign-born population has hit a record 51.6 million. That's 51.6 million. In recent years, the diversity visa lottery has become known for bringing into the United States Islamic terrorists who went on to kill Americans and others. I didn't say it. The article is saying this. Let's read on. This Islamic terrorist, whose name I cannot pronounce, came to U.S. in 2010 through the diversity visa lottery. And who was the president during that time? Obama. That's all I'm going to say on that. But you brothers out there, shame on you brothers. You brothers, you need to pay attention to what you're doing, because y'all ain't voting for Kamala Harris. It's your fault that she's losing, brothers. This is what I'm paraphrasing what your boy Obama said. The first black president, right? You better forget about that look. Forget about that race. What are the policies? Policies. Okay. Anyway, this individual was sentenced to 8 consecutive life sentences plus 260 years in prison for murdering 8 people. In other words, he ain't getting out. For murdering 8 people in New York City in October 2017 as part of an ISIS terrorist attack. I didn't know anything about this. The Harris-backed Citizenship Act of 2021 never made its way through Congress. At the time, the Heritage Foundation called it, quote, and by the way, I believe the Heritage Foundation is the foundation that wrote the Project 2025 manifestos. It wasn't Trump. Trump didn't write that. That was the Heritage Foundation, which is a conservative think tank. Okay, that's what it is. But anyway, I digress. At the time, the Heritage Foundation called it, quote, the most radical piece of immigration legislation ever introduced in Congress in American history. The Citizenship Act of 2021 would erase the distinction, this is a direct quote from the American Heritage Foundation, would erase the distinction between legal and illegal immigration, including no border security, Heritage Analysis wrote in early 2021. It would increase both illegal and legal immigration with skyrocket costs for the American taxpayer, that's you and I, okay, does not advance American interests with regards to immigration policy, and cheapens American citizenship. End of article. Yes, I know that was lightweight, lengthy, but I wanted you guys to hear that for yourself. That's news. Whether people have a problem with Breitbart News or whatever, look, man, unless you have something that completely conflicts with what I just read there, then it's news, okay? But here's the bottom line. What is my commentary on this debacle here? Well, it's really not anything new except to say if you vote for her and she gets in office, that's what she's going to support. There's no reason for anyone to believe she's going to change it. That's a bunch of bull crap, okay? It's a bunch of bull crap. This is this, and it's and according to the article, it's all about all about diversifying the American towns. And you think about it, it says in American towns. That means we're not just talking about sanctuary cities here, where they're designed to bring in people from other countries and all this type of stuff and protect them. We're talking about cities and towns all over the country. Springfield, can we bring Springfield up? Okay. Yeah. Cleveland, you're going to be one of them. Yeah. And I already see some of that going on now. I have been seeing people, and I'm not saying that these people that I've been seeing are here illegally. I'm not saying that. But let's quit playing games, because I don't know, But I am seeing more people in the city of Cleveland that I'm not used to seeing. It's the first time I've ever seen these group of people. And they're usually are not one or two. They're usually in groups. And when they come across my path, they slant their eyes towards me as if they're saying to me, okay, we technically not supposed to be here. And I'm hoping this guy don't pick that up. Now I pick up stuff, and it ain't BS. Well, I put it like I pick up stuff, and a lot of it be BS. And what I mean by BS is a lot of it be some funky stuff that anybody with eyes to see know it's not right. And maybe they sense that, I don't know. But I've been seeing an increase in that in downtown Cleveland. Let's quit playing games. Let's keep it 100. Well, that kind of stuff you're going to see more and more in towns and cities all over the country if Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, which is her buddy, gets in office, because he's in 100% behind that type of stuff. Both of these politicians are far left. They're radical. If they are not communists, they're communist supporters. I'm telling you, man. I just pray that if they get in office, I'm praying to the Lord to hold back the destruction that will surely come if they get in terms of policies. Keep our mind off of this nonsense about her being a woman and claiming to be black. How could anyone fall for such an asinine concept? I just don't know. I just don't know. I'm not going to support someone simply because they're black. I'm not going to support someone simply because they're a woman. That's not how I roll. I kind of have a brain. What are your belief systems? As far as I know, who's to say she's not the whore of Babylon in the book of Revelation, the 17th chapter? I'm being sarcastic, you know what I mean? But you get what I'm saying, that, you know, because the beast, the woman riding upon the beast, is a symbol of a global religion, global false religion. So I'm not, but you get what I'm saying. I'm being sarcastic. But I'm just trying to say, we don't know what she represents. Now, somebody can argue, well, you don't know what Trump represents completely. Yes, we do. We've had 4 years of him when he was in office. And when he was in office for the 4 years, did any of his policies, I'm not talking about how rough he was and how he cracks on people and talks about people. That's Trump. He's a troller. He trolls people. He don't like you, he gonna troll you, period. Get over it. What policies did he have in place when he was in office for the 4 years that made your life a living hell? I'll wait. I know nobody on this. I nobody watching this is thinks that way. I don't think y'all think that way. I believe all you guys are intelligent, so I don't. Okay. Yeah. The 4 years he was in office, I don't think a lot of bad things was happening in those areas. Okay, we had lower crime, lower gas prices, lower food prices. We had that kind of stuff. And it was almost like the minute Biden and Harris got in office, I mean, like literally almost everything changed within no time. Well, on an honest level, it changed within a year. The change was so evident that a black preacher, I have to be distinctive about this because most black preachers don't do this. Most of these black preachers support the Democrats. And I did a video on it on my religious station. A black preacher got up and rebuked the Biden-Harris administration. And for 10 minutes, I believe, he went off on them. He said, we're going to keep it real. Gas prices went up there. And he said in 1 year, that man changed every single thing. For the bad. The only people that benefited from the Biden-Harris administration was the radical left. The only people that kind of benefited, let me rephrase it, kind of benefited, was the LGBT LMNOP community. The only people that kind of benefited was these transgender men or men who feel that believe that they're women competing in women's sports. And everybody's rah-rah-rahing about them because the Biden-Harris administration encourages that. They encourage sickness. They encourage delusions. They encourage sin. They encourage corruption. And it is so pervasive that people now almost to the point can't tell the difference between which one. Let me put it like this. If you stay on the Democratic plantation, you're never going to be able to distinguish it. You're never going to be able to distinguish what's right and wrong. You're never going to be able to distinguish what's good policies and what's bad policies. You're going to say that which is good is evil and that which is evil is good. I'm just saying. And what I just read to you guys here will not benefit any of us as Americans. It will benefit the political party in office, which is the radical Democrats, and it will benefit these people who come here illegally. I'm just saying. But we'll see come November. We will see. We will see. That's what I had to say about that. What do you guys think about this insane type of stuff? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all, and see you again.